2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Well, for the Clippers, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. We all know just how incredible Chris Paul is. Guy gives you everything you want from a floor general. Even at his age, guys, is there any team in the NBA that wouldn't be better if you swapped him into the point guard spot?
Well,
does he make every team better?
He makes almost every team better. Almost every team. I couldn't say every team, but I would say Golden State. I mean, they're not going to be better. And maybe even Oklahoma City, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Good
they'd
point.
be better, but he makes most teams better.
Yeah, and he just does so much that it's kind of hard to see a team getting worse with him as their point guard. He's a great player. Wish him well.
That does it for us, for now. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We're at the Staples Center where the Clippers will try to turn it up on their home floor. And, of course, Michael Carter-Williams. It's only his second game with the new team. The coaching staff has been working heavily with him to bring him on board and help him provide that impact they're hoping for.
You know, the trade you were talking about, it's not front page news, but I really believe that it could pay huge dividends for this team in the future.
Now it's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. And a couple of teams who like to shoot the long ball in tonight's game. Brent, how does great three-point shooting help the rest of your offense maneuver?
Well, you and I, Kevin, have talked about this several times, and it's about the accordion effect of manipulating a defense, pulling them in and out. So if you can extract any part of an interior defense by pulling the center or power forward away to opening up the lane, that's where three-point shooting absolutely becomes devastating.
Yeah, what's great about that is you used to play the accordion as a young lad. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Green in at the 3 slot.
No doubt about that, Kevin. The screen creates the shot, and Gallo creates the rest.
Beverly against Paul. Anderson the screen. Capella sets a screen for Green. Now the feed to Paul, down low, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And so here is Houston, 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Paul for 3, headshot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And, you know, it wasn't just that they got stops, it was the way they got stops. Rejection after rejection.
Yeah, after a while, it just felt like they were demoralizing the opponent. It affected them mentally, and they took advantage.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Bradley dishes to Gortat. Here's the screen. Pass to Harris. Over Anderson. Moves back up. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Capella. Tries from 16. Harden, no good.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now here's Bradley. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at #1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Bradley. And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school. Terrific player, but he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat.
He's off on the second. And this Clippers team has been in the hunt for a deep playoff run for some time. Consistently tried to get a veteran bench to help them with that goal, and they've succeeded there, but it's come at the cost of developing young players.
Yeah, last season, the Clippers were the oldest team in the NBA by average age, and they have not had many injections of youth to revitalize or develop the roster along with the success that they've had. And, you know, that could be really important for a young player to watch a team do great things. They've relied on a lot of veterans, and there could be some cost or residual cost to not having some younger players.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Throw good, James Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. Now, here is Gallinari. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Count it. Good.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Paul. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Capella against Gortat. Capella with the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Beverly kicks to Harris. There's a screen by Gortat. Anderson against Harris. To the paint. Here's Gortat. That shot missing. Great D that time from Green.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Again, the miss by Paul.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And last season, the Rockets offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. All free throws good from Beverly.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They trail by one. Outside Bradley. Gortat with a screen on Harden. Bradley can't get it to go.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Ball against Beverly. Harris, right side. Shoots over Tucker, and the basket by Harris. Harris has got his first points in this one.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Paul with the ball. And Tucker has it in the corner. From downtown, the Rockets with another miss. Now the Clippers with it. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Now here's Paul. Out to the right wing. Tucker the pass to Capella. They kick it out to Green. Another miss by Houston. Clippers leading by 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. And that one's good by Gortat.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
To halt the run. Here's Capella. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Gortat with the screen for Beverly. Gallinari with it. Now Green defending. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. Offline with his 3. Rockets trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Harden. Here's Tucker. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And slam dunk by Harris.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Here's Capella after the basket by Los Angeles. Harden, no good. Here's Bradley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harden with a screen on Beverly. Screen by Capella. Rejected by Harris.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And they pick up 2. Harris has got 6 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
I think if the coaching staff goes back and looks at the film and you assess the quality of looks, they're not going to be happy about it. At times they just failed to take advantage of the openings for the best shooters.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for Gerald Green. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Paul. Here's Teodosic. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. That one falls.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Now here's Williams. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. That pushes it to double digits. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here's Gordon. Clippers able to drain the 3. He wants to get it to Nene and does. The second chance effort. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the Clippers get called for the foul. This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. We all know it takes stars to win championships, Brent, but it also takes a lot of support. In your opinion, who are some of the NBA's better role players? Guys that don't have to be on the marquee, can be on the side, but still are contributors.
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin, and I'm thinking about last year, the way that Eric Gordon took the role of coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets and had a tremendous season for them. Kind of a selfless act for a guy who had started most of his career and was injury plagued. That opportunity, and maybe that selfishness had some karma behind it, and he had a great season. Another guy I would say is Cameron Payne, a guy that just has a great energy and a great spirit, looking for his opportunity, always excited to get to the game. But those are the kind of guys you need.
Yeah.
Energy, excited to be there, and every night are going to give it to you. And I'll throw Patty Mills in the mix as well. Those kind of guys with unbridled spirit, great role players to have.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Out left to the wing. Here's Teodosic. Carter-Williams covering. 5 on the clock. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Nene following the score by Lou Williams. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off
the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
And you look at the Clippers post Chris Paul. The team is still in a position to compete.
I think they had to fill in gaps when players left, but I really like the job they've done overall. I mean, they have good inside and outside presence. Not the same, but they aren't in a horrible spot. And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Carter Williams kicks it to Tucker. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Tucker's got it back down to single digits for Houston. The dish to Decker. Harrell setting the pick for Decker. And he misses his first shot.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now let's check out the rebounds and where they're coming from. Here's a breakdown showing the front court and the back court rebounding numbers for the Clippers.
And their big men are getting the bigger percentage of these boards. You know, you expect that, and they'll need them to continue to patrol the paint and clean up the mess if they're going to win this game.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Now Williams. A floater. Using his post move to get the 2 points. And Ba'amute has got his third bucket of the night. Rockets trail by 9. Carter Williams dishes to Gordon. Nene, the screen. Back to Carter Williams. And the layup is good.
Incredible assist there from Gordon. Just an awesome job getting his teammates involved in that play.
Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Carter Williams. Johnson kicks to Nene. And here's Tucker. 9 points last game. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Williams against Gordon. Outside Williams. There's the three. The Clippers keep it alive.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Luke Mbamute out there with Harrell. Then it's Decker. Then it's Williams. And it's Teodosic in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Carter Williams. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Nene, the screen. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Gordon. He dishes it to Anderson. Over to the wing. Here's Carter Williams. Another shot. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Now here's Williams, picked by Harrell. Williams passes to Decker. Amute, a screen on Johnson. Off the pick. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Nene.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Decker. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a two-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run and gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
And so it's Houston with it. Clippers able to drain the three. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
Well, Joe Johnson has the size of a forward, but at that guard position, able to barrel his way in for the finish.
Screen by Mbamute. Williams kicks to Mbamute. That one wide left. Rockets trail by 9. Gordon dishes to Anderson. Just his first attempt. Rebound by Williams. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Rockets also changing it up. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Johnson. James Harden comes in for Gordon. And it's Paul in for Michael Carter Williams. Now here's Beverly. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Bradley from 3. And it's Nene with the rebound. Nene's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Beverly against Paul. Lets it fly from 18. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And there's the call on Nene. That's foul number 2 for him. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Clippers leading by 9. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fades back. It's rebounded by Paul. The Rockets shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And he makes the first. And so he's able to get one of two. Well, for his whole career, Gallinari has been viewed as a small forward, but Brent, every so often he'll find minutes at the 4, and with the way the NBA is going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him more often there than not.
Well, if he does transition, Kevin, to the 4 spot for Gallinari, the question is, who is it that he's defending on the other side? If it's a quick 4-man that has the same kind of range and can put the ball on the deck, that becomes a tough matchup for Gallinari, but certainly his ability to shoot the ball will provide space for other wing players.
Everly with the ball. Gallinari right side. Shot to stop the drought. Green with the block. Kicks to Paul. Green in the post. Gallinari covering. The shot by Paul, no good. Clippers leading by 8. Lets it go from deep. And Gallinari good for 3. Gallinari's got 5 now.
When Gallinari pulls up for 3, it's usually a high percentage shot. So smart at taking outside looks.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Now here's Paul. Green left side. Launches it. Offensive rebound. The shot, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Beverly kicks to Bradley. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Harden outside. Anderson with the screen for Harden. Capella, the pass to Green. Another miss by Houston.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Gortat dishes to Gallinari. Gortat with the screen for Gallinari. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Rockets trail by 14. Here's Green. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road. There's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
Here's Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves, and he can finish with either hand. And his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Marcin Gortat.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Both free throws good for Marcin Gortat. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Now, here's Capella. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around. And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Will Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before, but the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more, and that's an example of it right there.
The first one falls.
Well, minutes are given to Anderson because he's a deadly scorer with that shooting ability. He can light you up in a hurry.
And both free throws good for Anderson. And here is Los Angeles now. They've led by as many as 14 points. They set the screen. And Beverly kicks to Gortat. Gallinari against Paul. Harris outside. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
It's awesome to see Gallinari get involved in the offense with a solid pass like that.
Harden against Bradley. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Gortat. Shoots over Capella. Knocks it loose. Now here's Paul. He feeds it to Anderson. Kicks it out to Paul. 6 to shoot. Gortat with the block.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Rockets trail by 14. Harden the pass to Paul. To the right side. Capella dishes to Harden. The Rockets with another miss. Los Angeles has gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Gallinari a screen on Green. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. And good that time. Gallinari's got 5 points now this quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Green the screen. Paul kicks to Harden. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beverly, the pass to Gallinari. Gortat with the screen for Gallinari. Off the pick. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Green. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Chalk up 2 there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. And Mbaamute's checked in for Tobias Harris. Williams comes in for Bradley. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Williams. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart for Green.
Well, it's pretty clear that they are having a lot of trouble in the mid-range. It isn't exactly the shot they are hoping to get, but when they have taken those shots, they just don't seem to capitalize. I would hope they try to go at the rim a little more as this game carries on and stop settling for jump shots.
Here's Teodosic. Harrell, that's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
We've got 1:55 left here in the second. Al Paul. Harden outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Lou Williams.
On the first.
Free throw good. James Harden. Good on both. Here's Teodosic. 9-point game his last outing. Outside Williams. Harrell setting the pick for Williams to the inside. It's stolen by Capella. It's Harden. Oh,
Yikes.
wow.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Now here's Decker. Harrell setting the pick for Decker. With the floater, with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. 6 points for Montrezl Harrell.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Paul. D right on him. And Tucker has it in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Tucker's got 5 points so far.
When your point guard has those kind of excellent instincts, ripping the D to pieces comes along with it.
Williams kicks to Mbaamoute. Mbaamoute, a screen on Paul. Harrell. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. He's got 8.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
They set the screen. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Green left side. Count it.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
One shot.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Williams. Over Gordon. Again, Los Angeles. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
The first
Show.
half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 13 points and 1 block. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Anderson is down low with Capella. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Bradley kicks to Beverly. Harris dishes to Bradley. Gortat with the screen for Bradley. Over Paul. Second chance shot, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Clippers third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. Rockets trail by 16. Feeds to Harden. Back to Paul from deep. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And Gallinari kicks to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. It's rebounded by Houston.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all. Well, it took 4. They finally got one to go. Still, they need to connect on more opportunities to get this quarter going.
Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Capella against Harris. He kicks it to Gortat. Back to Harris. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Harden, that's good.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from three-point.
There's a screen. Back to Harris. Now the pass to Beverly. It's Bradley on the wing, guarded by Green. Bradley with another miss.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Now, Chris Paul and leadership just go together. Always knows the situation on both ends of the floor, constantly communicating, and sets up and directs his teammates to try to make the most of their abilities in any situation where they can take advantage.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And it's Green missing. Clippers leading by 11. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Bradley kicks to Gallinari. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again. And for Paul, who is such a floor general, you would think that he would make an excellent coach one day. But, Brent, he's already said he has no interest in pursuing that.
I feel like, Kevin, for part of every season that Chris Paul has been paid in the NBA, some of the portion of that contract has been as a player coach.
Now, here's Beverly. Following the shot by Chris Paul. There's a screen by Gortat. Shoots off the screen. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Beverly. Here's Gallinari. And that one goes long.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now, here's Capella. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. Beverly against Paul. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got 10 points in the game.
Nice swing action there. Gallo, he simply squares up and rises to the occasion.
Timeout called, the Rockets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Houston.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 11 points, 18 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Now, here's Capella. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Dishes it to Bradley. Gortat with a screen on Harden. Bradley up top. He's got 8. Gallinari against Johnson. And it's Gallinari missing. Rockets trail by 10. It's Harden with the drive. Bradley with some nice D.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Johnson against Gallinari. Floats one, and Capella sends it back. Here's Bradley. Rockets with the rebound. Anderson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Paul passes to Johnson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Johnson. So for the Clippers, Williams comes in for Avery Bradley, and Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Johnson hits them both. Los Angeles leading by 8. There's a screen by Gortat. The feed to Williams. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by Capella. Here's Houston now. They're on a 13-5 run. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Harden. 7 points for Joe Johnson.
Well, Joe Johnson, a good shooter for all the time he spent in the NBA. That's solid.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And that's where the defense failed. You can't let him throw that down. You've got to get over and foul him, send him to the free throw line.
Now here's Capella. It's Harden with the draw.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Teodosic, leading by 5. And Gortat kicks to Harris over Anderson. That one off the back iron and out. The Rockets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harris missing again. Rockets trail by 5. Paul outside. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Teodosic. There's a screen by Gortat. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Paul dishes to Capella. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Off the pick, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Houston. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Williams. Tries again, and Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Johnson against Gallinari. The shot by Johnson, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Gallinari passes to Teodosic. Got a piece of it. There's a screen by Gortat. They need this one, and it's good on the way in. Gortat's got 10 points.
Such a light touch on that finger roll. Classic move there.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
He can pick you apart from the outside, but also has a great handle for his size.
And here is Los Angeles now. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And as he gets later and later in his career, it is clear that Chris Paul is one of the great point guards Brent ever to play.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Chris Paul could be the second greatest point guard ever to play in the NBA. Certainly has never dominated the way that Magic Johnson has, and most of that because of the height and not looking to score as much. But He's right there on that Stockton level, that Isaiah Thomas level. Appreciate the way he goes about his business.
So for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Harris. And Decker subbed in for Gallinari. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anderson. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Carter Williams in for Paul. Decker gets the bucket.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Now here's Carter Williams. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's on Mbah-a-Moute.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Tucker.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Williams kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Back to Williams. From past the arc. Mbah-a-Moute can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. Outside Gordon. The Clippers grab the miss. They led by as many as 18 points. To the paint, here is Mbah-a-Moute. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mbah-a-Moute's got 9.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Now here's Johnson. Defense is right there. Carter Williams dishes to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Johnson's got 10 points here in the second half. Williams double team. Picked by Williams. And Mbah-a-Moute the pass to Teodosic. Here's Harrell. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And Mbah-a-Moute can't get it to go.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And it's Gordon missing. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Teodosic. He has 5. The dish to Harrell. No good there. Some solid defense there by Nene. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gordon kicks it to Tucker. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Down low, and Mbah-a-Moute the pass to Teodosic. Here's Harrell. Misses the shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers ahead. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Hey guys, come on. Let's close this quarter. Let's close it. Got to pick up our pace. Got to pick up our pace right here.
And Doc Rivers looking for a faster tempo, as you heard, wanting to make a big push here.
I think he realizes when his team is attacking at both ends, that's when they tend to go on runs.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. We've got Williams. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Luke and Mbah-a-Moute. Then it's Decker, and it's Teodosic in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Gordon, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, Eric Gordon is always a threat as a 2-guard to score. However, the defense gets a little too physical with him there, which is why he gets to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Teodosic. And he makes both free throws. The Clippers in the lead. Bradley kicks to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Beverly. Screen by Baamute. Bradley, no one around him.
And after getting off to such a good start offensively in that first half, haven't been quite as efficient here in the second.
Gordon goes in and stolen by Harrell. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Bradley dishes to Decker. Picked by Harrell. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense there by Nene. Here's Gordon. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter. Carter Williams against Beverly. Picked by Harrell. Bradley passes to Harrell. That's tipped. And Tucker kicks to Nene. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And Luke Baamute, the Prince, as many know him, very good forward out of UCLA. Brent, he can help with offense, but his biggest contributions for sure come on the defensive end.
And a lot of things, Kevin, for Baamute is just positional outcome. Maybe not a lot of blocks, maybe not a lot of steals, but a good solid defender that gets his minutes out there because he's willing and committed to that end of the floor.
The first free throw is good. Ryan Anderson is checked in for P.J. Tucker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Carter Williams with the bucket. Carter Williams has got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Picked by Harrell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Decker. Some solid defense there by Nene. Here's Houston now. Outside, Green to take the lead. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Mbamute. He dishes it to Bradley. Harrell setting the pick for Bradley. Los Angeles with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for the Clippers. Gortat's checked in for Harrell, and it's Gallinari in for Decker. Gordon hits both of them. Clippers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Gortat dishes to Beverly. Back to Gortat. And here's Bradley from 3. Bradley with another miss.
And boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
Yep, that one goes in there. 14 points for Eric Gordon.
Great concentration from Eric Gordon, who caps off the drive with the basket.
Pass to Bradley. Amute, a screen on Anderson. Here's Bradley. Top of the key in Amute. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here are the Rockets now. This run now up to 13-2. Gortat with the steal. It's tipped. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Bradley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Gallinari running, and he banks in the layup.
Outstanding speed by Gallinari. He sees the opportunity, and the easy score takes advantage.
And here is Carter Williams. Releases. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 10 points in the quarter.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
And Beverly kicks to Gortat. Here is Mbamute. Sinks the three-pointer.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Now here's Carter Williams, and it's good for 2. And the Rockets lead by 6.
Carter Williams looks like he's floating out there, but has that deceptive first step.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Basket counts. And now it's an 8-point Houston lead.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Now, here is Gallinari. And it's blocked, but he gets it back. They get the rebound. Gortat.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you. Well, the defense does not appear to be playing together out there right now. Lots of bad reach-ins and not enough getting in front of the man to stop the penetration.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself,
But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Back to Anderson. Houston moving it around. Here's Paul. And the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Paul.
And what great leadership Chris Paul gives this squad. It's definitely the heart and soul of the team.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Beverly. They need this. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Paul with the ball. Over in the corner, Green. Clock at 6. Paul kicks to Harden. That three off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The three from Bradley. Bradley with another miss.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Paul passes to Anderson.
And pretty great shot selection from Anderson on that play. The D doesn't want him to get a clean look at the basket at all.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Anderson. Clippers trail by 15. Now here's Beverly. Courts out with the screen for Gallinari. It's tipped. Now Paul. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got his fourth rebound in this one. Beverly up top, defended by Paul. Here's Harris. Gortat dishes to Bradley. And the rejection by Harden. On the wing, Green. Gallinari covering. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Harden.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Beverly. There's a screen by Gortat. Harris inside. Nene on him. 4 on the clock. From deep, Gallinari gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Harden kicks to Nene. And slam dunk by Nene.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Clippers trail by 16. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. So it's the Clippers now. Here's Beverly. There's a screen by Gortat. Alinari passes to Gortat. The 15-footer, good.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Harden against Bradley. Harden dishes to Anderson. Harden kicks to Anderson. Over Harris. Some solid defense from Harris. L.A. has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. .153 left in the fourth quarter. And Beverly kicks to Bradley. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Paul passes to Harden. Kicks to Capella. Screen by Capella. Shot off the screen, and it's in there. And the Rockets lead by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Rockets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Clint Capella.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Here's Beverly after the Rockets pick up 3. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's a screen by Gortat. Bradley dishes to Gortat. 5 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. Rebounded by Capella. And here's Houston. They're on a 20-7 run. Back to Anderson. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Beverly. Here's Anderson. And the shot falls short this time. And Gallinari kicks to Beverly. So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.